Mighty-ho, neighborinos! After a little break, it's time for a brand spanking new Cyberforce Civilians 101 with your ruggedly handsome cybersecurity pal. This is going to be a short follow-up to my video on the Internet of Things. If you didn't watch it, I have the link to it in the notes below, and I highly recommend that you watch it before you watch this. As I mentioned there, the whole problem with the whole IoT system is that each and every one of those little devices in your house or on your person is a miniature computer which connects to your home network and quite likely onto the internet as well. And every one of them is a potential avenue of approach for bad guys to get onto your computer or network and into your stuff. So I have a couple more things to add to this topic. First, if you need some more motivation to take this seriously, I can point you to another podcast of Hackable, with a question mark, put out by McAfee. The title of the podcast is The Weakest Link, and let me give you the skinny on it. Jeff Siskind, the host of the show, has installed a smart plug, which costs just a few dollars. It's really convenient. You plug it into your wall, then plug something else into it, like a lamp. The great thing is that after about 10 minutes of setup, you can log into an app on your phone and turn the lamp on or off, or set a timer on it so it turns on or off at a certain time of day. Enter Craig Young, a computer security researcher with Tripwire's Vulnerability and Exposures Research Team, who's made it his life's work to sniff out and responsibly disclose vulnerabilities in products made by the world's biggest companies. During the podcast, Craig has the host click a link on a web page, and then Craig proceeds to use that smart plug to own Jeff's entire network and potentially everything on it. He uses what he knows to get Jeff's physical location at that moment. He explains how he could use this plug to reach out to and potentially get onto every other device on the studio's network. In this case, Craig is one of the good guys acting like a bad guy. But if he was a real bad guy, this would have been very, very bad. At the end of the article, which goes with the link below, they give some suggestions which I didn't mention in my previous video, which I list in the notes below as well. Second, I have a way to hopefully make your life easier with this whole thing. Remember in my last video, I recommended that you go through each and every room in your house and make a list of every device which is 1, not a laptop or desktop, and 2, connected to your home network and or the internet. Then you need to take this list and look up each one of these devices on Google and find out if they have a security vulnerability. And is there a way to update their firmware? Well, I have a free tool which does this for you. It's called Avira HomeGuard. I know I tend to be skeptical of free tools. However, they basically offer this service in the hopes that you'll purchase their other paid services. And as far as I can tell, it's totally legit. Let me show you how it works. Okay, so let me show you how to download, install, and use Avira HomeGuard like we mentioned a minute ago. First, obviously, you would go to the web page from the link that I provide in the notes below. Here's their download page. There's a big old download free button right here. And for some reason, they felt the need to tell me that this is for Windows only. Anyway, now I do need to give you fair warning on this. In order to use this product, you will need to provide them with an email address and they also require you to set up a, quote, account, end quote, with them for this. It is possible, even quite likely, that they will be sending advertisements to that email box that you provide. So just wanted to give you a fair warning on that. Seems to be a small price to pay for this product. So anyway, once you have installed it and gone through the install process and everything, then you have an icon on your desktop here. You can either leave that there or get rid of it once you're done with this, up to you. But you go ahead and launch that. Notice that you've got several products here. I would guess that probably a lot of these products, if not all of these other things, are actually paid products, stuff that they want you to pay for. And that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing shady about it at all. They're just trying to upsell you off of a free product. So anyway, you go to HomeGuard right here, and it starts discovering all the devices that it can find on your network. Now, when I first did this, it started out with my laptop, and then my router, and then 3 or 4 more devices, and then after about, I would say, maybe 30 minutes or so, it was pretty clear that it had found all of the devices that it was going to find on my network. So once you've given it some time, you are pretty sure that it's had enough time to find everything, then you can just go ahead and click on a security scan. And what it will do is take a look at all of the devices that it can, and lo and behold, it actually found one on my laptop. The only thing it could find was the fact that I have port 445 open on my laptop, which actually doesn't really mean anything because I've blocked port 445 on my router. So anyway, that's good. I'm glad to hear that that's all that it could find. But anyway, it's got all these devices here. And now you may, when you first see this, you may see on here, wait a minute, there's devices on here that is unknown. I'm not sure what that is. And gee, I'm not sure what's going on here. Why are these devices on here? I don't recognize them. In the very near future, possibly next week, I will be doing a video on looking at all the devices on your network and trying to determine if they belong to you, if they are actually devices that you want on your network. That video will be a little bit more techie than you might be used to, but I will offer it just in the off chance that someone might want to know that. So anyway, that's it for Avira HomeGuard. It really is that easy. So that's it. Pretty easy, right? Now I have to issue a disclaimer at this point. It is possible there is a non-zero chance that Avira HomeGuard might miss a vulnerability on one or more of your devices in your home. Nobody catches everything. So it still might behoove you, if you have any further doubts about anything in your home, that you go ahead and Google and do research on any device that might not be secure. Anyway, that's it for now. If you want to be notified when I post a new video, then just click the subscribe and bell button below. As always, thanks so much for watching, and God bless.